Shalom people, this is Brother Laos coming at you with another video. I want to stand in support of Captain Ibrahim Traore, the president of Burkina Faso, who has been accused by the United States African Command of being a dictator and also of stealing his nation's natural resources for his own benefit, and how they're trying to set a precedence as they did with Gaddafi to try to overthrow him and his nation. I want to stand in solidarity with the nation of Burkina Faso against the Western powers, against the head of African Command, who is a Marine General, 4-star General named General Langley. I want to stand in support that Burkina Faso is not a failed state. Burkina Faso and their leader are doing what they need to do in order to make their country better, and just because you don't have control over them and the other AES nations, which is the AES is the confederation that they put together to combine themselves together to defend themselves from the terrorist attacks that are coming into their nation, which were, by the way, caused by America and France destabilizing Libya by evil pretense that they gave to overthrow Gaddafi. And once they did that, the so-called freedom fighters that America and France brought into Libya to overthrow Gaddafi, those same ones, quote unquote, now are terrorists that have since 2011 have been making their way down into the Sahel and other parts of West Africa, causing problems, which is, in my estimation, having been in the military and doing 20 years, and I did do a tour over in East Africa and Somalia, that they intentionally had a long-term plan to probably destabilize that portion of Africa, just because of the fact that Gaddafi had wanted the African nations to combine together and use their natural resources to back a new currency that they was going to do. America and European powers' long-term plan, I believe, was to release those terrorists into Africa and use it as a pretense to continue the quote-unquote global war on terror, which we know was always a fraud. But now they're going to use, again, a black man, just like Obama, Sarkozy persuaded him to destabilize the continent from which his father came from. Now we have a black American general, 4-star General Michael Langley, that is going to be used to try to overthrow the Sahel and try to overthrow AES and cause destabilization in the Sahel and in West Africa. I'm totally against this. This is one of the reasons why I would tell you that if you are in the United States military right now, I understand that you might want to make your future and different things like that to help better yourself or your family. But you got to understand that if you go over to Africa and any of these nations under the pretense that they are making to help destabilize your brothers and sisters, history will look back at you and decide and say, what part did you have in this destruction? The same as the Buffalo Soldiers. We always talk about the Buffalo Soldiers, but the Buffalo Soldiers were used to destabilize the Indian nations and to drive them into reservations, and that is not a good look. That is not a good look. We can say all we want to about freedom and everything, But if we were used willingly to do these, we should not be proud of that. So with that, I'm gonna state my solidarity with Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. I wish you the best. And again, Most High Yah is moving. These are the descendants of Ishmael. Ishmael, the Bible said, would be a great nation. So this is their time to rise, and I'm happy for them. Be blessed.